Welcome to the show radio. And now, here is your host, Andrew Alliance.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the show radio. I'm your host, Andrew, host and editor-in-chief of the show radio. This is your source for tech, gaming, and entertainment news. Welcome to the show. Whether you're listening from the east, west, north, south, welcome. Definitely appreciate you listening to the show. Head over to theshowradio.info for my archives and past shows. Subscribe and tell your friends about the show. Previously on the show radio, I did an interview with Arilee Brighton, lead vocalist from Ori and the Blind Forest. That episode, you can find that at theshowradio.info, theshowradio.info/246. So guys, welcome. Before I get to this actual content, this particular content is going to be for the HyperX Cloud II headset. Going to do a review on that, let you know my impressions and thoughts on that after playing with it for a couple of weeks. Definitely a solid headset, so I'm going to go into that right after my sponsors. First up is ProXPN. ProXPN, head over to theshowradio.info/ProXPN and use the promo code SHORAM for 20% off the lifetime of your account. Next up is Audible. Audible has over 150,000 audiobooks to choose from. Get your first audiobook free with a 30-day trial. Sign up today at theshowradio.info/audiobook. And last but not least, Bluehost, built on open source technology and one of the world's largest providers of cloud-based online solutions. The Show Radio is powered by Bluehost. Sign up at theshowradio.info/Bluehost. So here we are, guys. HyperX Cloud II. I used the first one. The first one was really good. I really enjoyed it. My only concern about this headset, if it was a concern at all, is the fact that it does not fold down. So if that's a thing for you, then you may not even want this particular headset. But there are features in this headset that I think is pretty dope in terms of its frame. It's aluminum, very light. It has the ear cups, which is pretty dope for passive noise cancellation, if that's your thing. So I'm actually going to read some stuff from the fact sheets, because I like to give the facts up front, I guess, when I do these reviews and impressions. That way you have all this information up front, and then my impressions are at the tail end of this particular thing. So let me go down. I'm going to scroll down, so I'm going to read this stuff to you. So please listen carefully. If you're considering this headset, one thing I'll say, I think the suggested retail price is $149.99, $149.99. That's your thing. You probably could find it cheaper depending on where you look, but suggested retail price is $149. This headset has advanced USB audio control box with built-in DSP sound card, if that's your thing. 7.1 surround sound, which is hardware-driven. 53 millimeter drivers. 100% memory foam on the headband. Like I was saying before, it's a very light headset. I really like it. The microphone is detachable. It is TeamSpeak and Skype certified. If you're into that, it is compatible with PC and Mac. What am I trying to say here? It is stereo compatible with PS4 and Xbox One. The Xbox One adapter is not included. A color option includes red, gunmetal, and pink, which is limited time. Okay, so my first thing with this headset is I like headsets that fold down, but I realize that a lot of headsets I'm liking nowadays, and I'll say this, they don't fold down. So I just have to get rid of this thing that I have with headsets folding down on my shoulders so they don't take up a whole bunch of space around my neck, that kind of a thing. As far as using the headset is pretty dope. As far as the sound quality, you have 53 millimeter drivers, as I mentioned before. Those make things crystal clear when you game. So all you have to do is just take for me, Xbox One that I use, I take the jack and put it into the Xbox One adapter, and then the microphone is detachable, so you can either have it on when you're making phone calls, because you make phone calls with a headset as well, or you can leave it on to play, your particular system, whether it's PS4, Xbox, or even use it for Skype and TeamSpeak. So overall, I had a great experience with this headset. As I mentioned earlier, I don't have anything negative to say about the headset because, well, I do. If I did, it would be the folding down thing. I think that's a big thing for me, but I gotta let that go. But outside of that, using the headset, lightweight, even after a while, you don't even feel that you're wearing it. And I like headsets like that where you're not necessarily concerned about, you kind of forget that you have it on. And I think that's, I guess, a point that I want to drive in, because that to me is a headset I want to have. If I don't feel it anymore, on my noggin, then I think that's a good thing. Okay, because I don't like things that are heavy. And in terms of if the headset drags on you, I think you shouldn't consider it. And the headsets that, I like as of late, whether it's a Steel Series or a HyperX or, A50s, depending on, the headset, if they drag, I don't tend to like them. And typically I usually review things that I like. So most of the stuff that I'm going to be reviewing, maybe, I don't know. Is that something that people do? They only review things that they like? I do that. I know I do that for sure. But when I received the headset, especially when I first received the HyperX, as far as review is concerned, I liked it immediately because I already played with it at an event. So it wasn't something that I was expecting a whole bunch of negative, aspects of the headset. So if you want headsets that fold down, these are not your headsets. If you want a hardware-driven 7.1 surround sound headset that is low cost, mid to low cost, this is definitely the headset that you want. And even doing this review, I'm wearing it right now, and I tend to do that to immerse me into the experience of actually reviewing it. So I'm speaking directly from experience as I'm talking to you right now, and as you're listening, I'm wearing the headsets right now, and I like to do the reviews that way. Or if I'm doing a gaming review, I like to see the game on the screen, so that way I have a different level of inspiration than if I was just, just talking to you without any material in front of me. So the material that I have in front of me, the hardware piece itself, is a headset that I'm wearing right now, and it's a fantastic headset. I love it. I definitely recommend it, for you to have as far as a mid to low point, headset option. I think 7.1 hardcore, not hardcore, hardware-driven headset at 7.1 is great. So I would definitely say consider it as a headset, especially when even making phone calls. I think that particular aspect of it is enjoyable. I like making phone calls with it. So those are my thoughts on the Cloud II by HyperX. Definitely fantastic. I appreciate it, enjoy it, and I'd like to say, of course, definitely thank you to HyperX and the entire team for continuing to support the show radio. It means a lot. So stay tuned. I think I have one or two more. I have one more headset review coming soon, which I'm working on right now. And yeah, so guys, thank you for your continued support. I think that's all I have to say on this one right now. So keep supporting, keep listening. It means a lot. theshowradio.info, and I'm out.
You're listening to The Show Radio. Visit our blog at theshowradio.info. Subscribe and rate us on iTunes at theshowradio.info/iTunes. Theshowradio.info